Well. Happy Saturday. Sorry for the noise in the background there. The fan's on because it is smoking hot in the garage. And I just got to be cool. Okay. Not as sweaty. Come on in. Cup of squat.
I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we can hang out or something. Hey, I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we can hang out or something.
Okay. So Obby, what you're looking at here, there's the noisy ass fan. Let me get some light on the subject. Yeah, the workbench, the tools, the crap. So there are the two Yagis that we built yesterday. The bottom one obviously is the 2-meter 440, and the upper one is the 447 element. This is just like a stand to do testing, so I can tune them on a stand. One of the things that I found is when you mount these, make sure you mount this on the other side like this one is. Yeah, so that'll be getting changed. But anyways, that's those two antennas. And just waiting to get the Nano VNA, whatever the hell the thing is. So the SWR meter hooked up and run some lightning bolts through them to test what the meter reading is and do some tuning. And this is the stubby dual band dipole. I made them a little bit long. I believe the long 2-meter element is like 58 inches. Then 6 3/4 and 18 3/4. So that's them. It's just on a tripod that is not set up. It's just kind of wobbly setting there. But there's the feed point down there at the bottom. And they're still rough on the ends because I just cut them off. And they'll still need to be tuned. So there's that. What else have I been doing? I know I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the last couple hours. I know having to dig that pole assembly out of storage, that was a pain in the ass. Still have to fix and get the mounting point for the 2-meter J pole. And we still have the wires for the other things. One of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention is I bought a couple of whip antennas. Okay, these Wilson whip antennas, and they are right there. Okay, I was going to use those and make a thinner aerial version of this with these, just chop these aerials down. Okay, I bought 2 of them to be thusly sacrificed, and bought the fittings, and these were the ones that were recommended. Let's see if it's focus. Yeah, that's like 3/16 or 1/4 inch, or I believe it's 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch or 3/16, which is nowhere near the size of those Wilson antenna diameters. Way too big for that. But these are the ones that were recommended by by Amazon. So yeah, I got a problem with that. So there's the makings for the whip version of that, which came to a screech and freaking halt. So yeah, there's the third little knucklehead thing. So anyways, there's that. What else have I done? Hold on a second. Let me walk outside. I'll show you what else. Okay, so the other thing that I've been doing, I'm holding the thing upside my pie hole because I don't have the mic on, is mounted that center antenna. I got the mount, but it's a SO239 or PL230. It's the wrong one. So to get a CB antenna, which is what that center one was going to be, on there, I'm gonna have to go and get one off the listening antenna mast upstairs, cut all the wire ties, take it off, rerun it, and put it inside because, bam, CB on the bottom, 2 meter 440 or 2 meter 440 and GMRS. Now I just got to get power supply running and an antenna to both of them, and it's good to go. It's hotter than a witch's. Wait, that's colder than a witch's. Well, it ain't colder, it's hot. So anyhow, that is what I've been doing today. That's a nifty armrest, so I don't wear out the armrest on the leather on my center console. It's like $5-6 on Amazon. It's not the exact same color, but hey, it's in the brown tone. You know what I'm saying? So let me clean up my mess and go chop a antenna loose and bring it in here and do some wiring. And oh my God. Okay, as I'm walking out here to the beast, you'll notice that it does in fact have the ham radio, or the CB radio installed, antenna installed on it. I have not tuned it, I have not matched it to the radio, but it is installed. What I found is the one that I had upstairs that I had talked about in the intro, the PL239 or SL239, whatever, connection to a stud, fine 3/8 inch fine stud mount. Turns out was very wobbly. Didn't like it, so I said, you know what, I'm going to the truck stop, and I bought that big ass base that it's screwed into. I happen to have a 90 elbow in stock, ran the cable. There's the cable there. It is a little droopy underneath there, but I'm okay with that. Then the two cords are wrapped up in that cable wrap. It goes under the mat over to the center console. I decided to put them in this side simply because nobody ever gets in and out this side. I'm the passenger. The other side, yes, that's a frequent access point. So I wanted as least amount of wear and tear on these cables as possible. So we get into the beast, and let me get it started up. and do a little show and told. You know, if you're going to have the air on, you ought to at least have the air on. So, this is the Anytone AT-500m UV, and it is a dual band, and it can also push GMRS. This is the Anytone 500 AT-500m 2. What I've done is the leg that was coming up for the Android, I opted to remove that leg and use it as a support on this side of this assembly, simply so it wasn't leaning over into the cup holders, making them unusable. Now it's just to move the cords out of the way. What I did, in the vein of wanting this thing completely removable with no trace of it having been there, I got a two-way cigarette adapter, and this adapter that allows you to just put bare wires in and plug it in. I will say that did not fit very well. A Wilson cigarette lighter adapter did not stay in, and have a very good connection. I had to really reef on the two side springs to get it to stay in place and actually power the unit. So again, I can just unplug. There's one plug going into the cigarette lighter adapter back behind, and I can just simply unplug it, unscrew the antennas, coax, and pull this whole assembly out of the vehicle, and you'd never know it'd been here. So yeah, that's from the driver's side. It looks like a contorted mess from this angle, from the camera, but it's actually a pretty clean install. I need to clean the inside of the car, and among other things, but I'm going to go around. That's from, further away from it. So yeah, that's that. Let me go back around. That's a shot of the two antennas. You can't even hardly see them there. And again, I still need to tune that one and match it to the ham radio. And this is the backside. You recall that this pipe here, this tube, I bent over, and I was going to use it for Android, for SDR usage, to actually find people on the radio instead of having to do scan or search or whatever. And I just didn't like the naked wires hanging down everywhere, so I got some of the wire loom protectors, put them on, and wire tied them down. Where needed, I did leave the wires exposed, but this whole assembly is covered, as you can see. Now, what I did is I got some self-adhesive mic hangers that just mount right on the side of each radio, and the microphone is for the radio that it's attached to. And what I did is I made a bottom bracket for the CB radio and mounted it to that arm. There's a flat plate there, you can see the nuts. So there's a bracket there that's upside right, and then the original bracket, the silver one there, is the original one to the CB. I put it on upside down and simply bolted the dual band radio base to base, stacking them. So they're it's it moves a little bit, but nowhere near um, as bad as it would have been if I hadn't have went ahead and used the all thread into a piece of aluminum rod that I threaded and put a threaded nut connector on it, and there you go. Now, the thing that's kind of a limiter is a blocker for the moment, you know, among many things, is a technician license to actually trigger that one on anything other than GMRS. I do have a GMRS license, and you know that's citizen band there, CB. Um, is there's hold on, I can go back around. There's multiple settings like bands that Anytone can be programmed into. One of them's the European channels. Having not paid too much attention to CB, um, it's all been USB, SDR, ham, GMRS. But I figured, you know, preppers, communication, local stuff, you've either got GMRS or you've got CB. And I figured, you know, for the price, and this is a great little radio, by the way, the Anytone AT-500m Model 2 or Dot 2. Great little radio. But I have to find out which is the factory setting for the United States, and then there's some settings inside it, and I need to run hook it to a SWR meter to make sure that I'm even getting out. Now there's some mods that you can do to it. You can crack the thing open and move some DIM connectors from a 2-3 orientation to a 1-2 orientation, but that kind of makes you lose AM FM. There's other things that you can get into the system settings, and you can actually get this thing cranking out about, I don't know, 16, 18 watts. Right now it cranks about 3 to 4 watts on AM, and very similar on FM. But I think it's a clean little install. As soon as the car gets cleaned, I'll be a lot happier. So yeah, that is the CB radio, GMRS radio stacked, and yeah, it looks a little busy there because it looks like there's a lot of pipes and tubes and wires and stuff. But once you move the mics out of the way, um, it's actually a pretty clean install and fully removable. You'd never know it was there. So I'm pretty happy with that. And stated purpose, stated method, stated design, and behind the reasoning behind all that. And there's still, I believe, the ability to stack a portable HF radio on top of that if the need ever arose. Now I do have 3 antenna ports on there. I could also run one of my HTs, my GMRS, like the Wuxon UV 9 Pro GMRS, and run it off the far antenna, which that little stub is a quarter wave, or I believe that's a quarter wave or eighth wave GMRS antenna there. So that's that. And y'all know what that is. That's the Comet bad boy. So anyways, this is going to be a short one. Do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up. Maybe a subscribe. Help a dude out. Trying to build my channel. Who knows? I'm out on the I'll show you. Decided, the neighborhood cat, decided I was going to do some Yagi building and some Slim Jim building. So that will be an upcoming video. I've already bent and formed the GMRS Slim Jim, and I'm going to film that here in a minute.